Okay. So let's come back to our backend series, and today we'll be learning about MongoDB. So let's start MongoDB at from our basics. So I guess you guys know what is MongoDB is basically a data storage. Like okay, let me go to Google and show you the official docs. Come to Google and search for MongoDB, and yeah, okay, yes, six. Okay, you can go to the you can study the docs from here easily. So basically, it's a database, not a kind of database for building applications. And just sign in here at first. Let me also get sign in. Get sign in here at first. MongoDB Cloud using Google. And yeah, it's signing in. I can't do it. So first come and at least create a profile at or account at MongoDB. So basically, MongoDB is a database. It's like a database that is used for making applications, and we'll have a complete overview of how to implement this in our projects. And so let's start at first and open this in our integrated terminal. Okay. Start our basic project at for in few minutes. I guess you guys know all these things in few minutes manner dash y and it is being created and we need to download some packages at first. Npm install express and okay, and npm install mongo store. I need to import the mongo source. Npm install mongos. So yeah, come here and create a file. Okay, not inside this. Inside MongoDB basics, create a file index.js. Okay, that's okay. So we have installed all these things as of now. Okay. Okay. First create, we need to first create a project here at our MongoDB Atlas account. For that reason, you can come here and check your profile section and you will see your name here. And inside here, this is my current project that is basics. You can create your new project here. So I'm creating a new project here as, um, let me create it. I am showing you the live demo how to create a project here. So enter your key name. Like let's give it a name of uh, basic okay, not that username users. So I'm giving the profile project name as users, and yeah, just go to next and create your project. So yeah, you need to create a project here at first, and you can see the project is created. And after that, you need to create a cluster here, and you don't need to go for any paid services. Just go for the P1 and a class name, give the name as cluster 0 and start a deployment. Okay, it will take some time because it is working on cloud, so it will take some time to do so. In the meantime, yeah, you can see here and it is already created and you need to change your user or like you can see it is a password they are generating, but you can change it also. So let me give some small password and small username. Okay, that I can easily remember everywhere. So that's my password and that's me. And I'm giving my username, a password also. Okay. So I'm copying the password here and I'm proceeding to connect. So yeah. Okay. It is showing something that you cannot connect yet. Set up your security permission at first. So for that reason, actually, let us come to this part. Come to this part because it is actually not yet created. So okay, let's do the code first. Um, we'll be building our first MongoDB application. First application using MongoDB, and we will be trying to insert some data into the database manually. So let's see how can we do this. So first, create a function, create a variable name as mongoose equal to const mongoose equal to required mongoose. So no, I guess all these things. How to why you're using what is required. So const mongoose equal to mongoose. After that, you need to actually connect your MongoDB database with your VS Code for inserting all kinds of data inside it, or for accessing the database. So you have to connect your database. Yes. For that, we have a function known as connect, the mongoose dot connect, and inside its connect, you will be provided. You can see here. You can hover on connect. It is showing a URL with options. So actually inside this URL, inside this connect URL, we have to pass the URL. So I will be passing as follows, and I'm writing the code. And dot then I am passing a callback function. If it is connected successfully, then it will show up. So my bad. Okay. So a callback function, if it is connected successfully, uh it will show that the database is connected successfully. The database is connected. I'm not writing successfully. You can guys, you can leave all those things. Okay. Or dot catch. Inside that catch, you can pass the error. Okay, error. And you can console dot log dash dot error. Like if it is showing any error, you can show it. If the database is not connected, so you can show where the error is taking place. So console dot log error. So yeah, created uh, we have firstly requiring mongoose, then we have trying to connect it, and if it is connected, then it will show database connected, and if it is not connected, then it will catch the error and it will display what's the error, why it is not being connected. Now we need to connect that database with our VS Code. For that, we need to pass the URL here. So we'll be coming back to our MongoDB profile, and yeah, you can see it is here, there is a string, and inside this string it is providing a URL. So you need to just copy this URL and come and paste it here. Just simply paste it here and modify the changes. Like it is showing here that DB username. You have to replace your DB username and your DB password also. So you replace what you have written there. I have okay, sorry, my bad. I know my username and what I have created, and make sure that you use a username of this project, that is like this cluster what we have created for cluster 0, that is just we created, no. So you need to use that username and that password also. So replace that with your username and password. That was my username and that's my password. So I try to keep it simple. For that I use my username and password as the same. So yeah, I connected it successfully. Now let's see either it's connected or not. You will see it's not connected, but let's uh, run it then also. Before that, we come to that script section and add a script for running. In start equal to node index.js. Cool. Now let's come to MongoDB basics and write npm start and show what's happening. Okay. Yeah, you see it's not connected. It is showing some error that Mongo server bare dot authentication failed, and yeah, it is showing it's not connected. It's showing the like that's why I try to write this code. It's a good habit to use DNN cache, because if you are passing that error, it is completely showing the error what is occurring. Otherwise, if you don't write, you will be like thinking what the hell happened. So you can easily pass this error in your GPT and can all that. You can also pass check it from the GPT, but I let's us check where the error is occurring. If we can't solve, we'll take the help to GPT. So let's go back to our cluster, and you will see that here it's showing some, it is quite visual that it is already showing that you cannot connect since your security permission is not set up. If you have not set up the security permission, so you need to first do that. So okay, come here, create a database. In your database, it is showing a set up your user security permission below. And it is written here that this first user will have the Atlas admin permission. So I need to go here first, and it is showing the docs whatever we need to do. So actually, whatever is needed, that um, close this section too. And we are currently under our user project, like user. We are currently under users project, and come to database access. Okay. Actually, what the error was occurring because we have not created a database user. So there must be some admin of our MongoDB. So we have to first create that to add a database user. Um, okay. It is showing add a database user, create a database user to grant an application or user access to the databases. So password authentication, enter a password like whatever password is. Okay. Yeah, that quite long. I'm using that same password here again. And okay, it's copied. Okay, add user. I guess that's a role for that reason. Okay, okay, let me check. I'll write something here. No, no, don't this only. I don't think for this reason. Visit application, enable, restrict users to specific clusters and add user. Okay. You must choose at least one role or privilege. Acha, acha, acha. See, we have created an application. So we are not choosing, we are missing some data. So we're missing some sign up thing that was for that reason it was not accepting. So yeah, you can add more users from here, but the user that I have created here, that is up to day 27, and he or she is the Atlas admin of this MongoDB, and you can edit or you can delete her from here also. Now, if you come to that user section or overview section of database and go to the cluster section, like connect section, since it's not still yet connected. Okay, so it's not still here connected. I guess it's not still here connected. I don't think it's connected. Because if I still come here and run the same code in PM start, let's what's happening. Okay, it's connected actually. It's got connected because now you can see it's connected because you've already the error that was showing here. I was trying to show you the that thing that error that was here. But in MongoDB, it is already the MongoDB was already got connected because we created that user admin. So now our MongoDB is created. MongoDB database is connected into a VS Code. Because if you try to come here and go to this chart section, not chart section, actually it was, let me see, actually I also forgot where it was. So yeah, connect section, view full instructions, connect to database. Yeah, see, I was trying to show you this only. Okay, so here you were previously it was showing an error that it was you have to connect sync, but after you created the database, no error is showing. So you can come to connect to try it for MongoDB for VS Code, and when you're trying to MongoDB for VS Code, mm, you can easily get that access. And code is you can connect your database to your MongoDB. That's a complete overview how to do this. Now you don't have anything here, so just simply come to VS Code again and write this and let's start writing the other thing. Till now, we did a very basic thing that is how to connect MongoDB to how to connect MongoDB. So let's go to the next section, and we have connected our database. Now we need to create our own schema for for the database for the data which we are trying to enter. For that reason, you need to just make a variable as well for users naming it user schema equal to we are trying to we will use the keyword new mongoose dot um okay, there is a function named as schema. It is named as schema, and inside the schema function we'll write our entire thing. So like if we are trying to enter some username, that will be of kind string, and user like user last name or user first name. So let's take user email. User email to be email is also again string. User age, user is number, okay, and user is active. That is either the user is active, currently active, or not active. So it is will return a true or false value. That is boolean. So boolean. Okay. And user password, I think, okay, let's take user password to, I think no use, okay, it is increasing database, user password to be string, and user signed in, last time when the user signed in equal to, okay, not equal to, uh, date, date dot now. That's the last time when the user signed in. Okay, so that's it. We have created a schema successfully. That's the schema of our database. Now we need to create a model of our database. So for that reason, what we will do is let's create a user on a variable name as user, and inside that user we'll use the model function of Mongoose, that is Mongoose model, and inside that we'll pass user comma like the schema name, that is user schema. Okay. So it's okay. It's working. After that, we have created so we have successfully created the schema and also created the model of a database. So the basic outline of the database is done. That is requiring the database first, connecting the database, creating the schema of the database, and creating the model of the database. Then let's start with our queries. That is how to inside like how we can add data to our database. For that reason, let's start. Okay, so let's name a function const queries. Const queries. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. Const queries. Okay, not like this. We'll call this later on. So yeah, async function. It should be async function. So async. Yeah, async async function queries. Inside this, we'll write our code. That is for try. We'll be try to creating a database. We will try to create some users. So for that, const new user equal to. Since the async function will pass away and user will now get all the like queries from here. Like if you are trying to create a user, you will get the create function here. So create query to be precise. You create user dot create, and inside user dot create will pass all these data. Like what should be the database, like username, let it be as October 27, and you can you insert your own data. So okay. And after that, user email should be something like that. Okay. Then user age, let it be 20. Then user is active, that should be true. Then user password. should be again the same, but here we need to visit in the string. Okay, got it. And that's okay. We are not using user to sign in because that we will get by default, only. So okay, we have created, we have inserted the data inside try. That's inside the try block, and under catch, will pass error. If it is showing in any error, it will come inside error, and console.log.error, console.log that error. We have done this, and inside finally, okay, inside finally. So whatever we'll do is okay. Finally, we'll not show this. What we'll do is finally await. We'll stop the database here if it is done. Await mongoose dot get connection close. It will close our database connection. Okay, done. And after that, we'll call our queries function because that's the main thing. Queries we're calling a queries function. And we have created a database, and let's show this as console the database. Like if we're trying to see what data you're inserting, so we can console here also. Console.log um, new user. Yeah, sorry, new user. But if there is any problem in creating the new user, we can also see the error. What's the problem occurring in creating the new user? For that, we can write our code like this. If new user, like if there is any problem, um, if new user try console.log user created successfully, else inside catch it will catch the error and sorry my bad, it will catch the error and will display the error here. Console.log. It's a very good practice of writing code in here because it helps in like it's helped in doing big applications. So yeah, let's see where error is occurring because I think there will be some error. So let's first connect the database again, write in pm start, and let's see. Okay. See, it's showing some error. Okay, let's see the error. Invalid schema configuration 1 2 3 4 5 is not a valid part at user dot signed in. Okay, user dot signed in. Okay, got it. I was thinking the same about it because you should whatever I'm writing here the date dot now it should actually come inside in some default value. Actually, I have not used a default keyword for that reason the error is coming. So I should pass uh like a type here at first, type equal to date and default equal to date dot now function. I think no more error should occur. So let's connect it first. In pm start, true is not defined. Database is being connected, but true is not defined. True is not defined. Actually, okay, I got it. The error is here only. It's a Boolean function, no? So I think it should be written in this format, not in capital T. Yeah. You see, that's the error that was occurring because true should be in small caps. So yeah, you can see here the database is being connected for this reason, and after that, uh, you guys now, I guess you guys now understood that for which reason I wrote this block of code. Because you see, database is being connected at first, and after the database is being connected, whatever data, like whenever the data user is being created, it is showing that user, like that's our first user, it is username, user email, user age, user active, and user signed in. Okay, so like let's now discuss the error what was occurring first. At first I didn't use this default keyword. If you see inside this schema we are having this six strings, but whenever I am making the user, I am using just five strings. I am not passing this user to sign in as a function. Like I am not passing the time whenever I'm signing for cause I am using a default value, but in the database it is already written, like it is being signed in at the particular time because it is coming from default. If I am not entering anything, it will take the default date and time. So that's why we need to use it keyword default, and inside default date dot not now function. And yeah, that's the error that was occurring at first, and that's why I said like you should write code in this format, like try inside that try. If there is some error in creating this user, that is if in new user there is some error, if there is error, catch that error inside the cache block and display that error. And if there is no error, then it will simply show user is successfully created. And you can see here, first, the user is created. First, there is console.log of the new user. Here, the user is being created here. And after that, since there is no user, it is showing this, like it is running the code of the try block, that is user is created successfully. So that's why we say like write code in this simple format. Because now we can, if we go to our MongoDB and just refresh this, and we can also check our database from here. Or if we come to the cluster section, and view browse collections, we will see our data here. So yeah, it is loading the document here. You can see the first user is being created. Uh, Now if we again come and just change some data from here, like if we make it true के जगह false कर देते हैं हम, और इसको हम like just का डेटा है, इसको 21 कर देते हैं और इनको भी चेंज कर देते हैं. Or if we just we run this again, you will see that the code is again running, but this time the user that is being created, that is showing in the terminal, is this user, like this user, not the previous one. But if we come to our database and refresh it here, like refresh it here, you will see both database. You will see the previous one also and the last one also. See, it is showing two database. The first one that was already created, and the second one that is now being created. So if we create again one, we change the data, it will add one data here, and but in the code it will show the current data that is being stored. So in this way, you can create a user and write this kind of code. So that's all for today's video. This video. If you have any problem, you can ask me in the comment section. Till then, keep learning, keep coding, and in the next videos, we'll learn some more important ways, like how we can find users, how we can filter those users, how we can sort them, how we can sort them in ascending order, descending order. If we need some particular users from the database, like if we need users with their only email and phone number, like we'll learn those in the next video, some new queries. So till then, keep learning, keep coding, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.